Alright, welcome back to hashtag D&D. We've got a few updates since I've last made a video. But yeah, I just want to showcase some of the fun mini games that I've updated the game with, the scenario, I should say. But before we get to that, with the latest update, I added a spell store. And you can see here I have a bunch of new story cards. There's about 408, I think it was. I don't know. These are all spells that you can add to your characters. They're basically all the spells specified in the player's handbook of Dungeons and Dragons. And now they are yours to wield. But before you could do this, if you have an existing game, you're going to have to import the story cards. If you are starting a new game, you don't have to worry about this. But yeah, to do that, well, first you need to go to the GitHub page for hashtag D&D. This is the exact URL if you're curious. But yeah, you could download the story cards. Just click the download button. And you go back to AI Dungeon, and in your story, again, this is only for existing stories that just want the update. You go to your, let me show you. You go to your settings, you go to adventure, and then details, and then you click import. Yes. And then you select the file from your downloads. Okay? But yeah, we're going to play with these new mini games that I've made. So far, it's only been 2. I have an idea for a third, but I really don't want to spend the time making this stuff. I should make my scenario. I keep saying that, but I don't. I just keep updating hashtag D&D. Oh well. Well, we're on Hermes 3. That's my favorite at my subscription level anyway. Let's see what the story's about so far. Yeah, here we go.
You are an adventurer who has traveled a great distance to uncover the mysteries of this fabled city. Rumors abound of its vast treasures and hidden artifacts. But beware. A great evil is said to exist deep beneath it. You find yourself in a tavern amongst the dregs of the city. Vile scum and villainy abounds. The stink of desperation is on high. This is where your story begins.
Alright, so that's my intro, and then here's the AI stuff.
You sit at a rickety table in the dimly lit tavern, nursing a mug of ale that tastes like it's been festering in the keg for months. The air is thick with smoke from cheap cigars and the body odor of men who haven't seen the inside of a bathhouse in far too long. A grizzled dwarf with a scar running down his cheek sidles up to your table.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is challenge this dwarf guy to a game of Stragedy. It's a cross between strategy and tragic results. I don't know. It's just the best name I could come up with. Leave me alone. All right, so you know what? I need to create a character first. Let me do that. I forgot that you need an inventory. Yes, I'm using a prefab character. Come on, scroll. There we go. Yeah, so I don't know. Let's be a fighter. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to get into combat or anything this time. Okay, so I have a fighter. Once again, you do not want to keep that stuff in context, so you just delete it. Erase. Okay, and I also want to award myself a basic card deck. You can't play the game without having a basic card deck. So hashtag basic deck. All right, so I have the Stragedy basic deck. And, well, it generates story. I'll allow it. What's your business? I'll have the voice read it.
The Scar Dwarf eyes you suspiciously as he approaches. His hand rests on the hilt of a wicked-looking dagger at his belt. "What's your business here, stranger?" he growls, his voice as rough as gravel. "Folks don't come to this part of the city without a damn good reason." You meet his gaze steadily, not wanting to show any weakness in front of this hardened thug.
Yeah, wow. I'm going to say, I'm looking for a worthy adversary. Someone to play a game of cards with me. What do you say, young man? Ready to play? Forgot. Don't read to myself, let the AI read.
The dwarf lets out a harsh bark of laughter, revealing several missing teeth. "You've got some nerve, I'll give you that," he says, still chuckling. "Think you can best hold Grimgar at a game of Stragedy?" He pulls out a tattered deck of cards from his pocket, the edges worn and frayed from countless games. Grimgar shuffles the deck with surprising deftness for someone with such calloused, stubby fingers.
Okay, so if we want to initiate a game of Stragedy, we do hashtag Stragedy. Oh, can't type today. Okay, so if you want a tutorial, you just go to the page here. But here's your tutorial. I want to tap D. How this game works, it's a trading card game. It uses a normal deck, right? But the cards have different meanings than what you would normally expect from like a game of poker or something. So in this case, I draw a 4, a 6, a 9, and a king. And, oh, the opponent already played a card. He played a 9. All right, so the idea is to get as close to 30 as possible without going over. And like you need to be careful with that because the opponent can play cards that can make you go over 30. So you just have to be careful. Yeah, it's like Blackjack, but with added rules, kinda. All right, so I'm gonna play my 9. So I just type the 9. All right, my opponent played another 9. He's being a little aggressive. If my opponent gets too far ahead, he's going to have the opportunity to retire, and I'll have nothing I can do to stop him. If he retires now and I can't beat his score in the next turn, he wins. So I have to play catch up now. I'm going to play my 6. Hopefully that's enough to catch me up. So his score is 18. I'm at 15. I'm comfortable. What he did is he discarded a card and drew 2 more cards. And that's what I'm going to do, because the 4 isn't going to do much for me, so I'm going to discard the 4. And see what weird cards I could get in turn. Okay, so this is quite quite the turn of events. So I got a 4 and an A after I discarded my my original 4. So what the ace does is you select one of your own cards here. See, I have a 9 and a 6 already on the battlefield. So I could use the A on the 9. It'll get rid of my 9, but it'll also get rid of all the 9s on the battlefield. So all of his points, because his are made of 9s, and my point, because it's because I have 1 9, but I still have a 6. So I think that's a good strategy. Let's Stragedy. All right, A9. So I'm playing an ace on my 9. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so he had a setback, but he's still in the lead now. He played an 8, and I only have my measly 6 on the board. So I'm going to discard the other 4 I got. I don't want to run out of cards. That would be a 3 and a jack. So what a jack does, if you play it on a card, it discards that card, and it draws from your discard pile. I'm not going to use that. I want to save that for the end game. I'm going to discard the 3. It might fall back a wee bit too much. He might win this one. Oh, okay, he had a draw too. All right, I'm going to discard my 2. So 11 to 6. I don't want to fall back too far. Come on. Oh, 19 to 6. I got to do something. So I'm going to play my 9 now. I have a 5, 5, 9, a jack, and a king. I didn't explain what a king does, but yeah, there'll be a chance for that. Don't worry. So I'm playing my 9. In the basic deck, I don't have any 10s. That's something you could get after the fact. I'll show you. All right, so I'm not too far behind now. 19 to 15. Okay, I'll play one of my 5s. Why not? Okay, so 5, jack, king. I need more points. So I'm going to discard my 5. Okay, so yeah, he's kind of stuck at 26. He's just getting more cards, making his hand more powerful. Meanwhile, I am going to... Yes, I have a strategy. I'm going to play my 8. I see that he has 2 8s up there. And now... Oh, he's really close. He played a K on the 3, so that doubles all the 3s on the battlefield. So this 3 is now worth 6. But if I had any threes on my side, they would be double too. But I'm just sitting at a 28. If we quit now, he's going to win because he's at 29. But my strategy... yeah, I'm going to play Jack on my 8. So that gets rid of the 8. My 8. It doesn't affect his 8s at all. Okay, so now I'm at a... Oh, I was supposed to do the Jack on the 9. That was stupid. See, what I was going to do was, all right, play the Jack on the 9, and then I could play the K on the 8, and that would have busted him. I'm playing stupid. All right, whatever. We're just going to keep going. So D6. I'm going to discard my 6. Yeah, he has only 2 more cards in his deck, so he can't really draw that many more. He could, like, draw only 1 more time. But I have 4 cards in the deck, so... okay, I could still do my plan. No, not really. Okay, I'm discarding my 3. No, yeah, I'm discarding my 3. Okay, I got another 8. Jesus Christ. But how am I going to get rid of that 9 now? Alright, discard my 2. Yeah, he's sitting pretty right now. He could quit at any time, but he's allowing me to gather all my cards. Oh, okay, finally I got my queen. Alright, so... alright, what I'm going to do is play my queen on my number 9. Oh, he's going to hate this. Queen on my number 9. That 9 right here is not going to count towards my total anymore. It's going to count on his total. So that would bust him, theoretically, unless he has like a really good card to counter that. This is my last play. This is all I can do. Queen on number 9. Here we go. Okay, so I had 11 points, and he ended up at 38. A whopping 38. Congratulations, you've won! Yeah, I screwed up, but I still won. So, what I'd suggest, since you don't really want this taking up all your context, look at all this crap. Where does it end? Oof. Okay, right here. So, you edit the action that you have right here. Right now it's blank, but you're going to type /ETH. That's short for erase to here. Oh, okay, yeah, don't press enter. Just click somewhere else. /ETH, and click somewhere else. It didn't work. Or is it backslash? Let me see. /ETH. Okay. /ETH. Nope, doesn't want to work. It's okay. Just delete all these messages. We know who won. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay, here it is. Alright, so I'm just going to add a story action so the AI knows who won. After a rough battle, you have successfully defeated Grimgar at cards. Yeah, that should do it.
Grimgar grumbles under his breath and takes a long swig of ale, wiping his mouth with the back of his hand. Well, looks like you got lucky, he mutters, though there's a glint of respect in his eyes. He gathers up the cards, tapping them into a neat stack. Don't get too cocky though, Grimgar warns, his expression turning serious.
Alright, just roleplay for a little bit. Don't worry about that, 80.
Grimgar chuckles darkly, shaking his head. You've got guts, I'll give you that. But guts ain't enough to survive in this city. He leans in closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Listen, stranger. There are things in this city that would make even the bravest man tremble in fear. Ancient evils that lie dormant, waiting for the unwary to stumble into their clutches.
Alright, I'm done dealing with this guy. You walk away and go upstairs. Now, let's do some breaking and entering, guys. Do a B and E. No, I should. Damn, I always forget to play it.
You finish your ale and stand up from the table, nodding a farewell to Grimgar. As you make your way through the crowded tavern, you can feel the eyes of the other patrons on you, sizing you up, wondering what business you have in their part of the city. Ignoring their stares, you head towards the stairs at the back of the room. The wooden steps creak under your boots as you ascend into the darkness.
So I forgot to mention, if you want to increase your chances of winning at Stragedy, there's always the Stragedy shop, the card shop. So hashtag card shop. And I would make the battles more interesting by saying, like, look, if you and I battle, if I win, I get a card or something, right? So these are the cards that are currently in the shop. I guess, the 10 is the unique card that I could buy. And then I could just type it and buy that card. I'm just going to quit. Or I think it's hashtag add card if I just want to add a card directly to my inventory. Let me just make sure. Well, that's probably wrong. Yeah, that's probably wrong, but whatever. I must have a bug. Don't worry about that. Okay, so, all right. The reason why I came up to the upstairs is I want to break and enter into somebody's room that they're staying in. So look around for a room that you can break into and steal some stuff. You are a career criminal, after all.
You reach the top of the stairs and find yourself in a narrow hallway, the walls closing in around you like the jaws of a vice. The air is stale and musty, thick with the scent of decay. You creep down the hallway, your boots silent on the threadbare carpet. Doors line the walls, each one a potential target for your skills. You pause at the first door, your keen ears detecting the faint sound of snoring from within. Too risky.
Yeah. Next.
You move on to the next door, pressing your ear against the rough wood. Silence. Perfect. You pull out your lockpicks and make quick work of the simple latch, slipping inside like a shadow. The room is dark, the only light coming from a faint sliver of moonlight seeping through the tattered curtains. You can barely make out the outlines of a bed, a dresser, and a few other pieces of furniture.
Oh, no, 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 no. That goes a little too far. You pull out your lock picks, and we leave it at that. Okay, so none of that other stuff happened. It's not that simple. I have to lockpick the lock. Okay, so I'm going to take an action. I'm going to do hashtag lockpick. Okay, so if you've never played Mastermind before, this is a code breaking sort of simulator. You're supposed to guess the combination of colors. So in the case of the default difficulty, there's only 4 colors you need to guess. You could try guessing 12 times, and it'll give you feedback every time. But if you don't get it within 12 guesses, you lose. Okay, so yeah, I read a bunch of strategies and I kind of forgot them all, so I'm just gonna play like I do normally, I guess. So you type the first letter of each color that you want to try, and I have 4 colors: red, red, yellow, yellow. Okay, and it'll tell me if these colors are correct first of all, and if they're just in the wrong position. So I have positions 1, 2, 3, and 4. I got 0 of those correct, but one of them is just in the wrong position. So that could mean that I could have a red in positions 3 and 4, or a yellow in positions 1 and 2. I'm curious to know, because I'm going to use the long way to solve this. I'll still beat it, I think. So I'm just going to do y. Okay. I'm eliminating possibilities. Okay, so it was definitely a yellow that was in one of these slots. Now I could do something like this: yellow, red, red, red. Okay. All right, so yellow is definitely in slot number 1. Now let's try testing these other colors here. Uh, white, white, green, green. Okay, so one of these is right. Okay, so it's yellow, then possibly white or green. Let's try orange and blue. Orange, orange, blue, blue. Oh, so it could be oranges or blues. Okay, let's narrow down that white or green first. That could be easy. So it's definitely no. I'm just going to use reds to narrow it down. All right, red, white, red, red. Okay, so white is in the second position. So it's yellow, white, and then something else. So if we look at my history here, yeah, I tried orange, orange, blue, blue, and I got 2 of them correct. And yeah, none of them were in the wrong position. So according to this, my first 2 slots are yellow and white. So it's definitely not orange. But the last remaining 2 are blues. So I got my pattern here. Yellow, white, blue, blue. All right, come on, let's try it. Yay! We did it! I guess I got a little lucky with that one. I don't know. That strategy shouldn't have worked as well as it did. Anyway, all right, we're erasing. Erase this because you don't want to leave that in your context. And now I'm going to add a story action. You deftly unlock the door with practiced ease. How colorful. There we go.
You slip inside the dark room, closing the door softly behind you. The only light comes from a sliver of moonlight filtering through the tattered curtains. You can just make out the shape of a bed in the corner, a lump under the covers indicating the occupant is fast asleep. Moving with cat-like stealth, you begin searching the room. A small chest sits at the foot of the bed. Gently, you lift the lid, wincing as the hinges creak slightly.
All right, so I could, keep on going. Maybe the chest has a more difficult lock. I could do something like lockpick hard and then play the game again. And let's just see what that looks like. So you could use this lockpick thing, not just for lockpicking. If your game is futuristic, you could do it for hacking or anything that takes difficulty or logic. So now it's 6 colors with 15 guesses. So see, it gets progressively difficult the higher up you go in difficulty. But we're just going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and I don't know what I'm going to do next. I'm probably going to do an item shop. Yeah, an item shop. I have a spell shop, a strategy shop, a card shop, And now I guess I'm committing myself to adding all the items from Dungeons and Dragons. Ugh. All right. Well, I'll see you in a month again.